I think we need a segment on this show called Facts Over Feelings, because there are some big feelings out there, this time from Lindsey Graham. Big feelings, big feelings, y'all. No facts to be found. Can I be honest with you? No facts. Okay, who am I? I'm Garrison Hayes. I'm not Jesse Dollemore. Despite his best efforts, he did not tan this much and end up here. No, I'm Garrison Hayes, fellow creator, YouTuber, and I'm sitting in Jesse's seat. I'm guest hosting for Jesse this week while he is away celebrating some incredible days, including his birthday. So shout out to Jesse. And of course, thanks to Jesse for the opportunity to be here to spend some time with you lovely people. I'd love for you to come over and subscribe to my channel. I'll share a little bit more about that later. But for now, let's jump into Lindsey Graham doing a little bootlicking, if you ask me. I'm going to play this clip for you. I'm going to let you see it. You're going to hear big feelings, big feelings, huge feelings. And then we'll come back and we'll address some of those feelings with facts. How about that? All right, check it out.
So if Democrats can't convince you that there's something bad wrong with the court, they're going to lose, because most Americans believe that they're not safer under President Biden than they were Trump. Chris Coons, a dear friend, said that there's a good case to be made that you're safer today than you were when President Trump was president. If you believe that, you shouldn't be allowed to drive. That's silly. That's dangerously wrong.
If you believe that, you should not be allowed to drive. That's silly, he says. Dangerously wrong, he says. Well, I have some news for Lindsey Graham. The facts just so happen to be a mismatch with your feelings. You know, he's right about something. Most Americans do believe that crime is up. It's a strange phenomenon. Most Americans believe that crime is on the rise, when in reality, crime is actually falling at dramatic rates and has been falling for decades, frankly. But after the crime surge of 2020 under Trump's presidency, there were some other things going on, but we'll go ahead and give him credit where credit is due. That was under Trump. Crime was on the rise. In those years, crime has fallen dramatically, reaching some of those pre-pandemic lows. Now, I want to give you some facts here. I want to actually present to you a few facts. There's a website called the Crime Data Explorer. It's put together by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, so the FBI. Okay, so the FBI has a website that you can go on and you can look at the crime data across a number of different sectors, different types of crime. So let's start with violent crime. Violent crime is down everywhere. In the Midwest, the place where Chicago is, they love to prop up Chicago as this bastion of crime. But in the Midwest, where Chicago is, crime is down negative 19 points. Negative 19. So it's down 19 points. The West Coast, down 10 points, negative 10 points. The South, negative 17. Overall, across the country, negative 15 points on violent crime. If you live in a city, in a big city with 1 million or more people, crime is down negative 18 points, down 18 points. Okay, so you're saying that that's violent crime. Maybe people aren't killing each other like they used to. What about burglary? So let's look at burglary. If you live in a city of more than 1 million people, negative 20 points, down 20 points, folks. Let's say you live on the West Coast of this country. It's down 22 points. My point here is that crime, and this is not just these two areas. You can click through and look at every single area. Crime is down, despite the fact that folks feel like crime is up. Okay, I want to play you one more clip. Clip, this time from Donald Trump himself, where he's talking about crime in some profoundly deceptive ways. And then I want to come back And I want to talk a little bit about some of the things he says in this clip with some facts, despite his feelings. Check it out.
But saving this once incredible place begins with stopping the killing and the crime that's setting records every single week. Unbelievably crooked Joe Biden is going around trying to claim that crime is down. He says crime is down. Crime is so much up. First of all, we have a new form of crime. It's called the Biden migrant crime, right? Biden migrant.
Okay, that's enough of that. We've already established that crime is actually down across every single measurable sector across the country. I could say except for one. Crimes committed by former presidents, that's up, to be honest, to be totally clear. Up. So this convicted felon is talking about how crime is down. Crime is up. I'm sorry. I'm distracted by my own joke. It's convicted felon saying the crime is up. Crime is actually down. But there's something very sinister about what he suggests there at the end, which is that killings or crime are being committed by migrants. He's calling it the Biden migrant crime is what he's designating it as. And there's something very sinister about that. And I want to bring to your attention a study done by Northwestern University. There's an economist there, Elisa Jacome, who looked at the history, did a historical comparison of incarceration rates between immigrants and U.S.-born citizens. And what her and her co-researchers found was that immigrants are significantly less likely, come on, folks, significantly less likely to commit crimes when compared to U.S.-born citizens. This study looked at 150 years of data, and immigrants, get this, have never been incarcerated at a greater rate than those born in the United States of America. Immigrants do a lot of things. They get the job done is the main thing. They come over here and they make our lives better. They are great friends and for some folks, great partners and family members and contributing members of society. But one thing that you cannot pin on those folks, migrants or immigrants, is that they're criminals. That is a lie. It is a way in which to scare American voters into submission, and it's being deployed by the right wing in some really, really disgusting ways. I could go into stories about how my friends have experienced much more harassment, much more bullying, and a much harder life because of this exact kind of rhetoric. It needs to stop. And again, the facts simply do not care about those feelings. Okay, let's stop it there. Listen, I am grateful that you're here. How cool would it be if Jesse's channel grew while he was away this week? That's my goal. That's like my kind of goal. It's like, can we get Jesse's channel to grow while he's on vacation? Isn't that nice? So let's do that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I would love it if you came over and checked me out. I'm Garrison Hayes. You can find links to come check out my channel. I talk about history and race and culture, and I do it in deep dive documentary style, explanatory journalistic style videos. And so I'd love for you to come over and check me out. Some of you all already have. So, hey, friends, it's good to see you. You can also check me out on social media at Garrison H on Instagram, at Garrison_Hayes on Twitter or X. I'm on Threads. I'm on TikTok at Garrison Hayes. Check me out. And of course, go follow Jesse as well. Again, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the next one.